Hello and welcome back to, I don't even know what to call this, a video about A-level maths. Thank you for staying subscribed over the summer holiday, even though there's been absolutely no videos. I appreciate it. This video is all going to be about how to organise yourself to begin A-level maths. So, first of all, things you need to get. You need to get one of these folders, okay? This one is from Wilko's and it cost me £1.25, and what's really important is you get one of these lever arch ones, so it has to have the that thingy, you know, the lever, because you need that much space. It's really important. Don't get one of these, don't get, hang on, okay, don't get one of these type that just has the rings, okay, because it's just not enough space for all of your year's work. I mean, it's just, it's great for Pokemon cards, but yeah, don't get one of those. Get one of these, okay, really thick ones, because the idea is you're going to keep all of your maths work in one folder. That's the best way to stay organised. Now, you might be thinking, but this folder is really big. Do you really expect me to carry this, plus like my folder for biology and physics, with me every day? That's going to be so heavy. No, don't, okay? This folder stays at home. What you're going to bring to school is these types of folders. Okay, so these are from Wilko's as well, and they cost me £1 for 3, you probably, I would say, need 3 of these for maths. Oh, hang on, oh, I got 4! Bonus! Okay, yeah, I thought you get 3. It's a pack of 4. You want 4, no, sorry, you need 3 of these, really, for maths, because in the week you're going to have probably 3 lots of like different types of maths. So you'll have mechanics, for example, and then 2 types of core maths. So you'll have like mechanics, and then you'll have like one teacher's algebra and then another teacher's algebra stuff. So it's useful to have 3, because that way you can keep those 3 sets of work separate. So this is what I recommend you do. You come to school, you do your classwork, and you know, you might do your homework as well, and you put that work inside the folder of that topic. Okay, so you have like your mechanics one, and you have your chapter 1 folder, and you have your like your chapter 3 folder, or whatever you're doing. Or you might prefer to have like a Miss Cook folder and a Mr. Edwards folder and a Miss Bajaj folder, or whatever, I don't know, whoever you got. Then once you finish that particular kind of topic area of work, then you take that work and you put it into the big folder that you keep at home. Okay, so only when you've finished with that topic do you transfer it over. And that process of transferring over the work from this folder to that folder is a nice process of like organising, putting it into order, and kind of reviewing it. And it means that you're going to stay organised. I find that if you just bring this folder to school, what you're going to do, trust me, is you're just going to put stuff in it. Like, at some point, you're not even going to use this. You're just going to be like, yeah, shove it on the top, or shove it underneath everything else, and just close it and hope that nothing falls out. That's what you're going to end up doing. So don't do that. Also, the process of taking your notes from one folder and putting them in another folder is actually really good, because it allows you to see, what do I actually need to keep? Like this page of rough work, I don't need. This page of notes, well, yeah, it's nice to have notes, but realistically, I'm never going to look at these again. I'm going to throw them away. Or, you know, this exercise that I've done like on 5 different bits of paper and it's all scatty, you know what, I'm going to redo it into one piece of paper, which is good for me anyway to redo the exercise. It's good revision, and that way it keeps it neater, and I'll put it into my folder like that. Okay, so that's why I recommend it. Now, this folder that you keep at home, we need to organise it into sections. And to do that, you are going to need some dividers. By the way, this video is not sponsored by Wilkinson, in case you were wondering. I just like to shop there, that's all. Wilcos, if you are interested in sponsoring me, yeah, send me a message. This cost me 50p for 10. Now that's going to annoy some of you a lot. It's not annoying me that much because I'm someone who makes do with things. I'm like the opposite of a perfectionist. But it's going to annoy some of you a lot because there's actually 11 chapters in A-level maths. And there's only 10 dividers in a pack. But don't worry, I have a hack. I have a hack. So, you're going to take these 10... Oh, well, that's rubbish. Yeah. I got scammed. You know what? Here's a hack. Flip it over. There you go. No one's going to look at the one on the bottom. Okay, it's cool. So, we're going to put these into here. Actually, that's probably going to make it harder to write them, so I probably shouldn't do that. Oh well. So you got 10 sections, except actually, haha, you have 10 dividers, but it's actually 11 sections. Think about it. Because there's a section under there, a section under there, a section under there, etc., which makes 10. But there's also the section on top of the first divider, if you think about it. So it's actually 11 sections. So we're going to put the first chapter, which is algebra, on the top. So we're not actually going to have a divider for that. You can have like a title page for it, just so you know that that's that chapter, but we're not going to write it on a tab. We're going to write the other chapters on. In fact, I shall do that for you now. This is going to be really boring to watch. So chapter 2 is polynomials. What we got? Chapter 3 is trigonometry. I'm going to write trig. Chapter 4 is differentiation. Chapter 5, exponentials and logarithms. Exp and logs. Number 6, vectors. Number 7, units and kinematics. I'll just write kinematics. That's mechanic stuff. You'll love it. Number 8, forces and Newton's laws. Let's just call it forces. Number 9, data. You're going to hate that one. Number 10, probability. You'll love that one. Well, assuming you all feel the same way about these things as me, which is probably not a fair assumption to make. And 11, hypothesis testing. I love that. Hypothesis. Cool. So those are all of your chapters. Now you might be thinking, but Miss Cook, what do I do with the stuff that doesn't belong to a specific chapter but is miscellaneous? Okay, for example, the PLCs and the specification and like information stuff and like, you know, general guidance that I might give you. Okay, that stuff you're simply going to put right at the back. So although it will kind of look like it's in the hypothesis testing chapter, it's not, because you're going to put it right at the back. So when you need to find it, you can go like this. It's here. Well, it'll be here. Yeah? Not a problem. Okay, so that is the folder all organised. And you're going to leave this at home, like I said. And you're only going to put stuff in it. I would say once you've finished a particular chapter, you can then go through and sort it into the folder. The only time you need to bring this to school will be whenever your teacher requests to see it as part of a folder inspection, which could be your maths teachers, could be your form tutor, or it could be Mr. Martin, because he says he will do random folder checks, apparently. So, there is that. Now, there is some other stuff I want to talk about, and I've just realised that there's not going to be anything visible on screen, so let me just grab a Pokemon. How cute is this little guy? Okay, so this is just so you have something to look at whilst you listen to my voice. Let me talk to you about homework. you are going to think that maths has loads of homework, okay? Compared to your other subjects and compared to GCSE and compared to how many hours there are in the day, you are going to think, oh my gosh, maths has way too much homework. Okay, but don't worry. There is a good thing about maths homework. So, in maths, we will give you homework, which will be exercises, okay? It will be, your homework is exercise 3C, the same way it has been since year 7. Well, okay, year 7, your homework was always finish the chapter, because you had Mr. Howell, right? But yeah. In other subjects, your homework will be, do this thing. But that won't be all you're actually supposed to do, okay? So in geography, in biology, in what other random subjects people do, your homework will only be part of what you're actually supposed to do at home. Because there's the homework that you hand in, but then there's also like the extra stuff you're supposed to do, like reading around the topic, like enrichment reading, which you don't have to do in maths. And there'll also be like reading through your notes and reviewing your notes and then rewriting your notes, making revision cards and stuff. And in maths, you don't have to do that, because who uses notes to revise for maths anyway? Like, okay, maybe Humza does, I don't know. But most people don't, okay? It's not really that useful to most people. So in maths, the only thing you have to do outside of lessons is the homework. Whereas in other subjects, you have to do the homework and you have to do extra stuff. And the extra stuff is actually a big problem because no one's going to check that you've done it. And for most people, if someone is not going to check that you've done something, you're just not going to do it. Like, let's be honest. Unless someone is actually going to check that you have done this thing and punish you for not doing it, then you're probably just going to, let it slide. Like, even if you have really good intentions, you're probably not going to end up doing it. So that's why maths is so good. If you do all of the homework I give you and pretty much nothing else all year, you'll still get a good grade. I mean, obviously there's revision. You have to do revision, in like from about March onwards. But as long as that's what you do all the way through year 12, like, you'll be fine. So don't worry if there's a lot of maths homework. It's actually a good thing, okay? Because it's work that we are going to check that you've done. So be grateful for that. Okay, let me also talk about time management. Let me grab a different Pokemon. Here you go. Okay, time management. So, it's just been the summer holidays, and I'm pretty sure, because I remember being a teenager as well, I'm pretty sure during the summer holidays you have slept really badly. I'm pretty sure you've got into really bad habits of sleep, and you need to change that right now. Also, over the summer, I understand that if you do pray 5 times a day, you've probably been going to bed, you might have been going to bed after night prayer, which would have been like 10 or something, and woken up for morning prayer, which would be like, like right now it's around 5, right? I don't know. So around 4 or 5 in the morning. And if you've been doing that, then that's kind of okay. Like you'll get around 6 or 7 hours sleep, which is not really enough for a teenager, to be honest. But what's worse is if you've been like, morning prayer is so early, I'm just not even going to sleep between night prayer and morning prayer. I'll just sleep after morning prayer. I know people have got into that habit because they've told me. Okay, and that is really bad, okay? That's really, really bad, because then you won't have been sleeping enough at all. And when you come back to school and you have to be in school by 8:40, it's going to be a problem. So what I need you to do is get into a good habit right now. What I personally would recommend is sleeping from 9 till 5. Sleeping from 9 till 5 means you're going to get 8 hours of sleep, which is enough. More would be better, but it also allows you it should, especially as time goes on, it should allow you to pray before you go to sleep, and as soon as you wake up, you should be fine in that sense. And it's going to get you, like, into school nice and fresh, and gives you a bit of time in the morning also to do some work. So that's what I would recommend. 10 till 6, as you know, prayer moves later, would be fine as well. Of course, if you don't have to pray 5 times a day, then that's great. Sleep as much as you like. But anyway, sleep is very, very, very important. Also, in terms of time management, let me show you this. Oh, you know what? Let me show you this. Oh, okay, don't laugh at me for being so extra. But, so I have a diary where I keep track of some stuff because I'm an over planner. Okay, so I have a sleep tracker where I keep track of how many hours I sleep in a day. So you can see today's the 4th of September. Last night I slept 7.5 hours. So yeah, you should think about doing the same to make sure that you're sleeping enough. But what I was actually planning on showing you is, oh yeah, okay, so let me talk about this. When it comes to doing schoolwork, some of you will find that it's better to do, like, in maths, the nature of maths is that you can kind of pick up your maths book and do 1 or 2 questions and then just put it down, and then pick it up a little bit later and do 1 or 2 questions and put it down. Some of you will work really well like that, and I would recommend doing sort of like 5 questions a day throughout the week. Some of you, though, are not going to work well like that at all, and would be so much better off doing like all of your maths homework in one go, like just saying like, right, the maths homework I get that's due for Monday, I'm going to do all of that on Sunday. And the maths homework I get that's due for Thursday, I'm going to do all of that on Wednesday. It's up to you. It depends what kind of person you are. So this summer I've been doing an essay for my master's degree, which I'm currently doing. I had to do a 4,000 word essay. And I had the whole summer to do it, which is 6 weeks. But the type of person I am, I knew that I wasn't going to work well by saying like, let me do an hour a day, every day for 6 weeks. That just isn't going to suit me. What suits me better is to do a lot in one go, because it, like with writing, that's just how I work better. So let me show you my my study log for my master's degree. So you can see it actually only covers like a 2-week period, because even though I had 6 weeks, I knew I would do better if I concentrated it into 2 weeks, because I work better under pressure and I procrastinate and stuff anyway. So I did like an hour and a half, 2.5 hours. I had like 3 hours, 4 hours, and kind of a break. What's that? I can't even do this maths. 5 hours, 6 hours, and then just half an hour then, because, you know, that was Eid, so I had to celebrate. But you can see that by tracking how much I studied, it made me realise, like, yeah, I haven't done enough. I need to get on this. And also you can see that I work better in large chunks of time rather than little bits often. But it's up to you, because everyone is different. And of course, you don't have to draw graphs of your time spent studying if you're not a complete freak like me. Also, bonus points. What's wrong with this graph? Mathematically speaking, what's wrong with it? Answers in the comments, please. Okay. I think I've covered everything I need to talk about. So one last thing. This video does involve a giveaway, because, yeah, I'm a proper YouTuber now. So I'm giving away this folder with these dividers already labelled, and these 4 plastic wallet thingies. If you would like the chance to win this folder, these dividers, and these plastic wallet thingies, all you have to do is subscribe, like this video, and comment saying you want this stuff, or, you know, comment saying anything, I don't care. Comment telling me that you like my nails, because let's be honest, they're fabulous. And I guess I'll see you tomorrow if you're in my tutor group, or Thursday if not. Anyway, take care. Bye.